Slams, probably another angry fight. Co-worker caught cheating with his boss, only to get fired the following week. Gunshots ring out at the local park. Police chief assures us it's just the youth playing sports. Streets overrun with homeless camps, addicts shooting up in plain sight. Politicians demanding the rich pay for their policies that failed overnight. Racism and discrimination is all the news has to say, except that tomorrow is gonna be cloudy with a chance of rain. Tune out the news, walk out your door, turn the corner and walk a little more. What do you find there? What do you see? Why get involved when you don't have a dog in the fight? Why pick a fight when you don't hold a grudge? Why enter the arena when you don't have to? Why risk it all when there's everything to lose? It's never easy going against the flow. They'll call you a rebel for simply speaking your mind. You'll be labeled public enemy #1 because you dared to rock the boat. Popular opinion demands that you bend the knee and submit to the latest thing held sacred by modern society. But I was never one to really care for the opinions of others. I've always walked my own ways and spoken my mind without regret. I've always been one to ask questions that challenge the cause. I'll tell you a secret, so let's keep this between me and you. I used to be angry at the world, and in a way I still am. I didn't understand how the system worked, and I let my temper get the better of me more than I care to admit. I made my share of mistakes, so I know I will never live down. But I learned a little lesson that I hope I can pass on to you. Nothing really ever changes, because the punchline to that age-old joke is always the same. So stop bending the knee to some ideology that you don't believe in, and start asking why? Why get involved when you don't have a dog in the fight? Why pick a fight when you don't hold a grudge? Why enter the arena when you don't have to? Why risk it all when there's everything to lose? It's never easy going against the flow. They call you a rebel for simply speaking your mind. You'll be labeled public enemy #1 because you dared to rock the boat. Popular opinion demands that you bend the knee and submit to the latest thing held sacred by modern society. But I was never one to really care for the opinions of others. I've always walked my own ways and spoken my mind without regret. I've always been one to ask questions that challenge the cause. I live by a series of simple philosophies, nothing complicated at first glance, but deeper than an ocean once you dive in. Life's the greatest joke ever told, and it will kill you quicker than you can blink. So try to live without regrets. There's nothing in this world worth more than your own time, so bargain it away, well, because you will never get it back. You want equality of outcomes, you want to make the world better. I say you start at home, I say start cleaning your room, start calling your mother. How can you complete the labors of Hercules if you haven't solved the Why get involved when you don't have a dog in the fight? Why pick a fight when you don't hold a grudge? Why enter the arena when you don't have to? Why risk it all when there's everything to lose? It's never easy going against the flow. They'll call you a rebel for simply speaking your mind. You'll be labeled public enemy number one because you dared to rock the boat. Popular opinion demands that you bend the knee and submit to the latest thing held sacred by modern society. But I was never one to really care for the opinions of others. I've always walked my own ways and spoken my mind without regret. I've always been one to ask questions. The challenge to call. Why get involved when you don't have a dog in the fight? Why pick a fight when you don't hold a grudge? Why enter the arena when you don't have to? Why risk it all when there's everything to lose? Tune out the news, walk out your door, turn the corner and walk a little more. What do you find there? What do you see?
Yeah. Whew. So everyone, how y'all doing today? Before I really get into introductions, well, let's get into the introductions. I am Crow, your entertainer for this broadcast, and welcome to today's episode of Space Engineers. Well, first off, if you're coming from the failed 2-minute stream today, from just a few minutes ago, I apologize. Router reset itself, modem reset itself, there were updates. I apologize for that. Can't help it. Mm. Just like my neck's recovering from being blown out from just I'm a toss and turner when it comes to sleep. I can't sleep in one position for too long or I get sore. I think it comes from something being called fat. Yeah, I know I'm fat. I'm overweight, obese, morbidly obese. Call it what you want. I don't care. I'm fat. Weird Al's got a song about it. But yeah, and also, for those of y'all that don't know, I am Crow. I am kind of I call myself a variety YouTuber, but I mainly like creative games, role playing games, kind of a little bit first person games. I do like a bit of strategy, kind of a bit of point and click, but mainly what you see is on my channel is like kind of relaxing games, Space Engineers, American Truck Simulator. Actually, let's go through my let, let me have a look into my more into my history. Uh, Actually, let's go into my playlists. But yeah, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, MechWarrior 5, RimWorld. And I recently completed Jedi Fallen Order, so that's pretty good. Just just kind of not necessarily cozy games, but relaxing games. Uh, I've done a few Drive Beyond Horizons, only like 4 of them. Let's see. Tried doing some MechWarrior clans. I've got about 30 videos of 30 streams of a Ark Survival Ascended. Oh, I need to get back to playing Halo Master Chief Edition. Screw Forsaken. I've got one Elix. I tried doing Starfield. I would like to return to Starfield, but there's no way I am going to return to Starfield. I like to get back to Fist, Forge and Shadow Torch. Like to get back to Lego Undercover. Would like to get back to EDF, Earth Defense Force. Baldur's Gate's a big iffy. Mass Effect, I'd really like to just redo entirely. Need to kind of redo a man eater. I've got about 16 episodes of Jurassic World. Why am I doing this? Because we're at 20% here. We've got 20% loading in a and I did in Lego 2K Drive kind of like when it came out. That was great. I've done have I actually done some Fallout stuff? I tried Colonial Marines. Some of my biggest stuff is actually a Cyberpunk 2077, especially the community mod showcases, which is got a lot of views on. But I don't really do those anymore. But yeah, you can kind of see a theme here. Kind of role play, kind of you can just relax to them. They also have a good soundtrack. Kind of things that you would normally I would ascribe to being able to fall asleep to, except for maybe Cyberpunk, which I'd say Doom, but I've actually fallen asleep to Doom, which I'm currently doing a playthrough of. 2016 Doom, by the way. Uh, I'm not one of those streamers that will ask you to like, subscribe, and all the and hit the bell button. No, 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 no. I do not like it when people do that to me, so I'm not going to do it to you. What I will do is I will say from time to time, I'm going to move. I used to do this section at the end of the stream, but who watches the end of the stream? So I'm going to do it at the beginning. Do not hit the like button. Do not subscribe. Do not do any notification thingamajiggers. In fact, hit the downvote button, the dislike button. If there's anything in this video, this episode, you do not like, I would appreciate leaving a comment telling me why you don't like it, but you don't have to. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to hit any of the buttons on here. You didn't even have to join today's chat. You don't have to join the stream. You didn't even have to click on the video for the VOD once this stream's over with. But I appreciate you being here. What else for those of y'all that don't know me? Well, I try to be literal in my word usage. I'm a very detailed and a technical oriented. When it comes to my mentality, I am very detailed and technical and literal minded. So even though I've got a great imagination, it can be kind of a problem because, well, I suffer from severe schizophrenia, which has forced me to approach the world basically through a scientific lens of being rational, being logical. Does this make sense? So you got to be specific because it all depends. On top of that, I love philosophy, though I'm not well versed in it. I'm just trying to get into it. I love science. Math can go take a hike. Puns are welcome, by the way. Jokes. I do moderate chat, but I won't bring out the mod tools, what I call basically start bonking people and giving warnings and all, unless y'all get real rowdy. Just expect like you're over at a friend's house and he's got the game you want to play, or you're just there and you may be able to stay the night, but you got to be on on your best behavior. Well, not your best behavior because I allow foul language. I allow joking around, but keep it within terms of service and a your local laws. And if you ascribe to international law, I personally do not, but apparently it's a thing. But it doesn't affect me right now because it's international. I am governed under the United States law because I'm in United States, specifically Southern Indiana. So, in America is usually a international law. What the hell is that? That's something we made up for y'all, not us. Uh. Oh, I should have got a drink besides my tea. Today I'm not having coffee. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but I usually have coffee every morning when I wake up. My normal streaming time right now is a bit up in the air because of my sleeping patterns are changing. I really don't to keep me a quote unquote on time. And oh, I do suffer from chronic migraines, so yeah, that sucks. Oh, and this. Oh wait, we're inside. So yeah, as a chronic migraine sufferer, my schedule is basically non-existent. Watch your ears. Oh, and I have learned these are bullshit. That's bullshit too, because you want to know what? I could bring it out. That's Mars bar 10, 7, 4 is it actually 4? Nope. I think it's 5 I was working with. This is the one I want. It's more truckish. It's more doggo. I will arrange it like this. Because you can see I'm making it more like an actual truck now. Hey, stop tagging my vehicle. Oh, you're welding it up. Okay. Okay, so. What I'm going to do is. Okay. Sorter. Sorter. Connector. And middle will, and I'm going to change the middle one because, okay, middle, app. Let's see, analog, digital, gravity, velocity, weather, Atmo vehicles, thrust, cargo summary, vehicle cargo monitoring, no. Grid or connector alignment. Nope, I want to go over this way. Woohoo! Gyros are still on, folks. Whoa! So are the thrusters. gyro off. Yeah, I know I'm eating power. This can end in hilarity or disaster. Okay, top two's within acceptable. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3. And we're locked. Throw out. As much fun as this is, it just doesn't get what I want across. Sorter, drain all. Tank. No, it's actually the white ones. Because I want to transfer the hydrogen over to the other Mars bar. I gotta think of a good name for it though. Sounds like something's annoying us. Okay, we're on live chat. Stockpile on. Stockpile on. Ah! Space pirates. Well, blow it up. It was just what, a garage? That thing's gonna be a bitch to bring down. Those normally are, too. Hey, look, freebie. Okay, the shields are holding. I do not want it to drop right here. It just went boom on its own. Must have hit something delicate. Must have hit the delicates. Delicatessens? Ooh. And the way it goes. Okay. Power core. Cargo is shown in inventory. Okay. Stone is being transferred. Okay. Because apparently we're picking that up. Yeah, must hit something very delicate. So, the shields are strong enough to withstand a, Gatling fire. Okay, good. But what else is they strong enough for is the question. Look at that schnoz. Almost reminds me of Alf. Don't eat the cat. Okay, don't eat the cat. Yeah. Don't eat the doggo. Even if they insist on putting their hair in your mouth, do not eat the doggo. Okay, well, it's doing that. Change the cab. Left screen is... not gas field. No. Not tactical radar. Not life support. Grid power. Not cargo summary. Vehicle efficiency. No, yeah, efficiency. And right screen is performance. Which, that performance is kind of difficult for me to see. 060 60. Let it update a little bit. Okay. Armored connector is not... I have problem. I should have put a sorter in that thing. Yeah, but this version of the Mars bar is bust. You know, I may turn it into something else, but as it stands, this one's not so good. Not so good. not exactly what I was kind of going for. Fudge. No, wait, it needs grinding. Toggle on. Fly. There we go. Auto control power banks. Let's make oh, you're picking it up, okay. Turn you off. Make sure you're not collecting anything else. And I really got to turn that off. Okay, groups, Bob. Grind only on. Weld only. No. Weld only. Grind only. Weld before grind, and then show area. Shipping platform? Shipping platform. Those engines better be off. What I really want is that right there. The little scraps around, okay. The question is, what are the little scraps? Okay, just... okay. Stay there. I was going to say I was going to grind down this assembler, but it's not an assembler. And by the way, It looks like we're getting close up on our full cargo. Which is why I employed Q-Tech for the other ones, but that may have been a mistake. So cargo cockpit has a 10,000. Say that's fluctuating, but we can actually throw that into there and lighten up some wait a minute. Okay. 9K, 4K. Basically throw some uranium in here. Lighten up a load. Just trying to do some calculus here. Empty, come over here and let's kind of consolidate some of this. Because it really doesn't do all that great of a job at consolidating. Or 9 point, okay. And we're at the medium cargo container here, so radio components, okay. Good because we got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cargoes we can deal with now. Okay. Toggle on off. Toggle on off. Toggle on off. And I think I'm going to go check out this shipping platform. Screw the research base. The shipping platform, I really haven't seen. I think I've only seen it once. Unless it's the one I think it is, and then I've seen it a dozen times. I was going to say a million times, but no, I've seen it probably about a dozen times. And I'm probably going to sneeze in this episode. Okay, power to weight ratio is good. Range 204, 203, but I don't got my engines on. Which I'm thinking about taking off the hybrid engine, the evolution engines, and relying on these engines. And they're not there for a how to put it, to actually move the vehicle. They're there to charge the battery. I'm just a lone transporter. I wonder what the lyrics to Moonbay's lone transporter song is. Oh, I want to watch Zoids again. Both a chaotic sentry and I'm gonna have to give it a little boost. And new Century 0. That being with Van Flyheight, Chaotic Sentry. That includes Chaotic Sentry and when his adult arc Guardian Force, which is basically just Chaotic Sentry. It's just the it's not Xenobus. It's the Helic Gylos War after Xenobus has been defeated. Gotta stop doing that. And a New Century Zero's, like, I believe is kind of like when the if my theory holds out, which I don't know if it does, it's kind of like after kind of like when Earth comes back around, or it's before everything goes to shit. And Planet Z is given up from Earth because of it's so magnetized. And I'm not talking about Zoids Wild either, though it may actually, Zoids Wild may actually show some how Zoids initially evolved. What the Zoids we know now as in the whole hulking mechs with more or less biological cores are basically what Zoids Wild initially started out as before mankind, or Zoidians. There's an iffy bit about that. They're known as Zoidians. The humanoids, the humans. Before they started tinkering around and bioengineering them into being giant mechs. Woke up on Earth. No, Planet Z was never Earth. At least not according to the Marvel Comics. Which, for those of y'all that want to see Zoids again, get Marvel involved. Because technically Zoids is part of the Marvel multiverse by way of the comics. That assert research base is annoying the hell out of me. I can't see shit. This was a bad idea. Fuck. What did I lose? The lower half of the engine, apparently. Plate. Hey, stop using my hydro. That's for emergency purposes only. Oh, and you don't sound like how I want you to sound. Actually, you kind of do. You sound like you got a turbo. Well, this could only mean greatness. Epicness! Yeah, I want it to sound like a big old diesel. I'll accept the bottom ones that they have a turbo in them, but... where is that? Shipping outpost. Yeah, I can actually get this thing to fly. Put enough thrust on. Put enough thrust on a brick, and you can get it to fly. Efficiently? Hell no. No, we got Sandstorm. And we are rolling, rolling, rolling right. As I said, put enough thrust on something. damn Doom voxel hole. Wheels. Strength power. 100. Power to weight's good. Just every now and then the turbo needs to kick in. Security systems active, so what does that mean exactly, huh? Chat, what does that mean? I know what it means. It means more booty for me! Not enough for you, though. Because all this is basically cities. Acceleration. Unknown signal. Okay, you didn't need to fall over like that thing. Braking distance is within 10 meters. Fuel rate. Battery. Liters a minute. You assume I'm using hydrogen. Why the hell would I use hydrogen to act as a primary fuel source for a rover like this? It's more like I'm capturing hydrogen by boiling off the water I'm converting from from nuclear energy, and I'm turning it into hydrogen and oxygen. Hello, friendo. Can I take your picture? No, not invulnerable. Now I understand why the lag from kind of like the jumping. Yeah, I've been on these before. Ooh. I was gonna say ooh, but looking. Oh, I'm taking that. If you're willing to pay for this, so deal's off. If it's worth that much, I want to know why. I'd tell you why, but people would come after you. Me, I generally don't use it. If I'm going to use it, I am going to I wonder if anybody's here or if it's only at the trade stations. Everything's so cluttered. Get off. Nope, I'm not claiming the place. I'm going to be raiding it. Credits. Check the seams of the cushions, folks. Ooh, more credits. Okay, weather. Research materials. Superconductors, right? Nope. But power cells. Normally you don't get those. I'm sorry, that schnoz is not working out for me. Cargo conveyor is nothing. No. Controlled guns. Okay, controlled guns are right there. Then power block. Conveyor. Actually, cargo container. Then conveyors. Armor should be kind of last. Armor should be the last thing to go. Unless I'm using Bob in a combat situation, and that's like one of the, that's like a, you either do power, actually it's guns, power. Then again, can hydrogen thrusters work without power? I do not know this. I do not know this. Okay, we also got that storage. defense. I'm getting rid of your schnoz.
Meteors inbound. Meteors inbound.
Fireworks! I really like this mod.
Meteors inbound. Meteors inbound. Meteors inbound. Meteors inbound. Meteors inbound.
Dang nabbit. No freebies. I need steel plate. Oh, give me back those credits. Give me those explosives. That can be dangerous. I'll keep this down here for the turbo effect. Oh. Something tells me... if I want the roaring engine effect, I'm going to have to use an engine. And if I'm going to do that, how much power do these give? Kilowatts. Kilowatt. Yeah, burn fuel. That's what you're good at. Jet engine. Jet engine. There's this one. Wonder what it sounds like. I still need interior plating. See, while it does this, I do this. Does it have the turbo whine that I cannot stand? What? What? You don't have a center line. Okay, it's a tank engine. I'll accept that. Kilowatts. Give me a minute here, folks. Actually, I could just... sounds a lot better. So what I also want now is engine. I don't have a world homogeneous. Seriously? Actually, I could have put that there and that onto that. 2 megawatts for 200 milliliters. It sticks out as far as I want it to as well, and it kind of gives it a more interesting shape. What? Remind me why we don't like these again? Bob, I'm going to have to ask you to be quiet. Yeah, I know I'm hungry. If I turn this on... sucking fuel, I know, but that's 1 megawatt compared to, but we've actually already got a 1 point. Kilowatt. We've already got 2 megawatts. And I do not like the sound of that. Yes, I'm trying to make basically a truck here off some old concept art I've got. Okay, spark plugs would actually make sense going that way. Pistons too. Dag nabbit. Because the connection point is right there at the where the drive shaft connects. Gives us the megawattage. This gives us the sound. This gives us the look. And I need no. Here we go. Oh no, I don't have another one. So that means an engine. No. Itch. This is going to be dangerous, I know, with such a long schnoz. Actually, I don't need that. Just needs it. Nope. Right there. Honestly, that just looks too long. Wait, no freebies. I'm getting that for free. That's still working. It's too short. Oh well, it gets the idea across. What I want to do now is and I know I got the steel plate for this. Now. Now we be trucking. But almost be trucking. Figured out a place to put the antenna too. Not in the front, in the back. Crack. Now what is needed is the exhaust and the air filters. Oh, I'm not seeing anything else. So let's configure these spotlights. Lights. Get a drink of tea here. Turn the shields back on. There's an assert cargo. after that research base. I want to go after both of them. If I don't start going after a cert, don't know what happened. Besides, there's a cert right in there. We'll probably be coming upon. But, what is my cargo looking like? Nah. Probably be picking through the choice bits. Slope. Just outside of missile range. There goes the missiles. Dunk, 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 dunk. I really like these spear missiles. Target it. Apparently I blew out its antenna. Apparently that one back there ain't working. Look, if you come down, you come down. It takes about 30 seconds to a minute for the spear missiles to cycle, but I think that's an appropriate amount of time for what they do. Yeah, my shields are up. Now I want to make Bit Clouds a scavenger truck. Now that I've kind of got an idea of how to make trucks. She's going down. Where's she going down at? Over there. Probably around the heel. Right around my fortifications. So... yeah, that sucks. What the hell? not going after that right now. Screw you, Crater. That was. I gotta stop hitting V. I predominantly play in first person. If I want third person, I should bring a drone. Ooh, there's an idea. A drone carrier. Look, I think I've been here before. I think 100's pushing it. Especially for this big old tanker. This big old high octane. I think I got an official name for it, besides the code name Mars Bar. I just need to find the appropriate colors. Let me guess. The engine blew out in the bottom. See something off in the distance over there. Kind of like there. What is that? A cert just went off my map. Hell. What do I keep hitting back there? Oh well. I'll keep following the muscles. I'm diverting. I'm not, because I'll never find this again. That is a wreck. Did I shoot anything down out over here? Okay, there's the trade outpost. That is a wreck. I am not... Ooh, nice big, beautiful blue sky. At night at that. Research off over there. You want to know what I'm diverting? That's my engine going. Yeah, it's a truck engine, all right. Like what the hell? I want my air filters. Fighter drone. It looks like two halves of a fighter drone. That antenna, just not doing it. I want it to be visible. I double clicked on you. Belong to, by the way. Okay, it's As it's going chunk, 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 chunk. Okay. You do that. I go over here and get this. I was going to say, it's starting to look kind of like an R-Wing, but I haven't put anything like that in yet. Don't put it past me, though. Do not put it past me. Oh, that's a journey to the center of the earth. So much hydrogen. No, it's helium. That's what makes it floaty. Gotta hold on there for a moment. Something's coming in or something's going out. Actually could have been two. Or is this a transport? No, this is too small to be a transport. And it's using too few hydrogen thrusters to be a transport. Got to be some sort of fighter or small grid gone large. Could be that. Never actually done small grid gone large. Actually, I may have. Well, there was this one time called the Booper Snooper. He just refused to die. That thing should have just been a large grid. here. Because this wasn't one of mine, I don't think. Would have been interesting to seeing it, because there's no power to it. Like, at all. And I generally don't target power. Because for no other reason than I have experienced some of them having nuclear reactors and exotic reactors, which, let's put it this way, they make big booms and you can't salvage anything from big booms. If they're going to have a big boom, they're going to be falling from the big boom. And we're going to about, something's getting about in missile range. And a lot of these thrusters would actually be missing, or just... it's one of those mysteries. It's annoying me, but I'm not going to be able to solve it. Unless I go back through one of the episodes, and I'm not going to do that. I'd rather just let it remain a mystery to me. Well, aren't you curious? Yes, but I'm not that curious. That seems an awful lot of work. Shouldn't go poking my nose in things I don't want to put work into. I shouldn't be working on things I don't want to be working on. Some people would probably call that lazy, but... What can I say? Beyond... It's... maybe... Shields up. I think... what we got here, it's time to return to Shadow Tharsis. Well, it's not Shadow Tharsis, Shadow Tyrannus. And I'm going to take the long way around. Actually not going to be shooting at anything. There's that salvage over there, which will have to wait. Screw it. No, that's on the heel. I'm not going to go on the heel with this thing. I'm going to do is go around. Oh. Bouncy, 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 bouncy. I'm going to go towards the Shadow Tyrannus marker. Ooh, good. The AOL is up and going. We have internet, folks. You know what? Offset this sucker. Just head towards the hills and see what happens then. Because I'm going to take the right and go around it to basically the gap I used when I first brought in the hedgehog. Well, first used the hedgehog. So that actually seems like a pretty good transportation area instead of having to fight the mountainside. Wasn't I at 7 elite, like 7% hydrogen? This is a pretty good weight, power to weight ratio. Oh crap, does that mean I'm going to have to... I'm going to have to downgrade from Q-Tech cargo. Oh, you tempt me. You tempt me, good sir. It tempts me. Probably going to try to stay in the valleys. Speckins is the valley. In the booster. Really enjoy that roll bar headlight. Those headlights, roll bar floodlights. Just gotta give it a gas, give it a gas. It's the one straight ahead of us is where we're going. Done this a few times in the dark. Most of my play time seems to be in the dark while I build in the sunlight. Don't know why, it just does. be the accelerator? Yoinking on your stick to make you go? I don't know if I'm going to stay in the valleys or not. Maybe on the side of the dunes. Because we're going to be going up through the gap there. Through the pass, more towards the old volcano. Hey, media players. Play. Rewind. Skip. Fast forward. Keyboard to change all this around. Where's the... Oh, part of the joystick also works as a mouse. Kind of like in Gundam. Getting a bit too fast there for me. Keep it under 30. Oh, that reminds me, I haven't even actually saved it once. Power to wait. So max slope is 60. I don't know if that's good or bad. How do I want to attack this? I think I'll come up through here. Actually, of course I'll have to boost. Away from my goal. That I just realized. Good brakes though. Give me a moment. The shadows, they blind me. Edge. Still need to keep going that way. This giant hill to my left. could have just done that. Ugh. Where's the fun in that? Your best bet is to keep on top of the dunes. You don't want to go down the sides or get stuck in the valley. Tra-la-la-lally. Down in the valley. What brings Mr. Baggins down to the valley? Into the valley. Cause where there's a whip, there's a way. Where there's a whip, there's a way. I don't want to go to work today, but the Lord of the Lash says nay, nay, nay. We're gonna march all day, all day, all day. Oh, the animated Hobbit, Fellowship of the Rings, Two Towers, Lord of the Rings. And all by well, the first one was by Ralph Bakshi. Yeah, Fritz the Cat. How he got a hold of that license and did it justice, I do not know. For years I was chasing the scene of them hiding under the Brit, hiding beside the road. And I had no idea what movie it came from. Give it a little. Just start shifting it into. Unless this is where I make my turn. I'm going to... Here we go. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. No, this is the way I came. I came this way. Folks, this is getting annoying, so I'm going to save it. And maybe when we come back, it may be brighter out. So save a second time. Options, audio, probably because y'all had enough of that. Turn this off. And I'm going to come over here and say, it's quitting time. Why? 2 hours is up. Sorry, but that's kind of all you get with me. I think it's enough. Because who can stand being around me more than 2 hours? Seriously. But anyways, folks, do what you normally do, because I'll be doing the same. And for the most part, why enter the arena if you don't have to? Till next time, catch you on the bounce. Later!